We're live. Hey everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Appreciate you stopping by. As always, if you like what you see, leave a comment. If you love what you see, leave a comment and a thumbs up. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Tonight, right now, I am sitting, and I usually don't do this. I usually don't spend this much time before a meeting speaking to my audience, but I'm going to tonight because it's important, and I'm going to read what I have to say to the Upper Yoder Township Supervisors. By the way, this is the Upper Yoder Township Supervisors meeting for Thursday, December 19th, 2024. I guess this is month number 17 that I've been speaking of corruption in the police department and bullshit that I've had to endure because of them. I gotta be honest. I really didn't even want to come this evening. I'm pretty aggravated with the Upper Yoder Township Police Department. Rightfully so. I'll explain to you why. I'm going to read you 2 letters that I wrote, correspondence to the supervisors and to the chief of police. The first one explains a lot of what happened over the past 17 months. Chief John Misconduct Blake. On September 21st, 2023, my pickup truck was illegally towed by Eastmont Auto, and that tow was authorized by former Officer Jeff Novotny. Officer Novotny was sued in federal court for stopping me outside of his jurisdiction in late August of 2023. When I went to file the complaint for his blatant infringement on my constitutionally protected rights, you issued me a citation for using the handicap placard of another person. You also threatened me with arrest for filming while standing outside in a church parking lot. That citation is a clear First Amendment retaliation. Because you don't like me or what I have to say, and you have the perceived authority to file criminal charges against me, you don't. You do not have the authority to file these charges against me. My first interaction with you was in October of 2022. After I witnessed a Pennsylvania State Trooper Howell, Howell, speeding and driving recklessly on Goucher Street, you informed me that you do not have the jurisdiction to prosecute a state trooper. That is absolutely false. You have just as much authority and jurisdiction to file a charge on him based on my report as you did to file the charge for using the handicap placard of another. Another person, as you found out after you ran the placard, was in the truck. Did you bother to figure that out before you just decided to file a charge with no probable cause? No, you did not. When I called you and made a report, me being harassed and in fear of my life from a person who is known to always carry a Kimber 9mm and has threatened to use it on me numerous times, you stated it wasn't a crime because I called you Chief Piggy in the grocery store. You also cited officer discretion as your reason to not file the charges. Seems you have a lot of discretion when it comes to people committing crimes that I'm the victim of. Back to my pickup truck. On September 21st, former Officer Jeff Novotny stole my pickup truck from Delia Street. I called 911 to report my pickup truck being stolen by Eastmont Auto. I not only witnessed it being stolen, I video recorded it being stolen. 911 deferred me to your department, which I just witnessed stealing my truck. I called the Pennsylvania State Police. They deferred me back to you, and if you could not or would not help me, but I just called the district attorney. I did that. I spoke with Leah DeMarco. She told me that the PSP had put a hold on my truck for suspicion of a fraudulent inspection sticker. I asked her if they had a warrant. She did not know. My truck was missing for 6 days. I had to rent a car and incur an expense for that rental. At the September 2021 meeting, you indicated to my father, the co-owner of my truck, among other things, that his son, me, is a problem. Quoting, son is a problem. And the state police were in possession of my truck pending an inspection. Among the many questions I have, and the one specific document I have yet to see, is a search warrant for my pickup truck. So where's the search warrant and the seizure of for the seizure of my pickup truck? What judge signed it? When was it signed? What was it specifically issued to search or inspect? You harassed me. You had Novotny doing stakeouts in my home. You allowed people to harass and threaten me. I get it. You don't like me and you think you have the authority to do this. I'm not sure what I want to know at this time other than I want to see the search warrant. You have a lot of explaining to do. If I was a gambling man, I'd bet my wad that your explanations will be under deposition when I sue you. You have zero integrity, and frankly, you do not have any business being a police officer, let alone the chief of the department. This is your only opportunity to apologize and explain to me for your reasoning for all the pain, anxiety, and difficulties you've put me through. You were there for the mediation. What part of that gave you the impression that I won't hold you fully accountable to all the misconduct I had to endure at your hands and your department's hands? You're a terrible cop. You had an assistant district attorney come to the magistrate's office for parking tickets. You don't have the legal knowledge to perform the simplest tasks and that tasks that are part of your job responsibilities. How many other police chiefs need a prosecutor to come to a summary traffic ticket to do their job? You do. Hey Chris, I'm live on my YouTube channel. I'm just reading my letter to you're gonna want to hear this too, buddy. Okay. So thanks for coming tonight.
I don't know what's going on.
It'll be fun. I promise you, Chris. I'm not sure what I want to know other than to see the search warrant. You have a lot of explaining to do. If I was a gambling man, I'd bet my wad that your explanations will be under deposition when I sue you. You have zero integrity, and frankly, you do not have any business being a police officer, let alone the chief of the department. This is your only opportunity to apologize and explain to me your reasoning for all the pain, anxiety, and difficulties you put me through. Okay, I already read that to everybody. You're a terrible cop. I read that. You do not deserve the authority you were given. The oath of the Constitution you swore means nothing to you. Your response email about former Officer Novotny's harassment said that you hold no contempt for me. It's abundantly clear not only my mother, but Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles, that you hold a lot of contempt for me. You can't even be fake nice because it's your job to. If you think you were the first person to show me how much you hate me, well, it only goes to show me how inept you are at reading people. You spent how much of the taxpayers' money in an effort to harass and brutalize me? That ADA got paid for his appearance and his mileage. You got paid for how many court appearances? How much mileage did you put on one of Upper Yoder's cruisers? How many of the department's officers were in attendance for one or more of the hearings that got rescheduled in full uniform around the clock? You're eventually going to have to answer to those citizens for your waste of money when they question it. Also, the entire time you and the department were harassing me, you were allowing one of my friends who does live in your jurisdiction, who does pay your salary, to almost be killed by a careless driver. One that has been reported that you've done some favors for. And you show absolutely no respect for this. And I'm sorry, you have absolutely no respect for his life, or his wife's life, or any of his neighbors. If you were allowing or authorizing former Novotny to harass me when Novotny or yourself or any of the other officers could have been doing patrols or doing the groundwork to issue citations to that driver that nearly killed my friend, who happens to be someone whose tax dollars directly pay for things like your extra locks, your fancy quad racer that you just had to have, extra cell phones, new cruisers, body cameras that your department's officers don't feel the need to wear during illegal stops outside their jurisdiction. Please, John, choose a different career. This is the olive branch. I'm affording you one opportunity to make this right before I make it right. I plan to hold you as accountable as I possibly can, and I'll do whatever it takes to only make sure you never work another shift in law enforcement again. Might have suggested a career in burger flipping. I hear that it's something that you actually do pretty well. You could work at McDonald's and snitch on people. Police officers like you are why I am the way I am towards all of you. Understand that I mean you no ill will personally. I just want to see that you never working as a cop ever again. You don't deserve it. The way you treated me is proof enough. Merry Christmas. You might want to start looking for another job, seriously. before they fire you. Sincerely, me. Okay, kids, I'm going in. Mr. Hill is standing outside my truck. We are going to go into the meeting. Thanks, everybody that's watching. This is going to be a spicy meeting. I already saw some other people, and it looks like there's a lot of people coming tonight. Looks like it's a crowded house tonight, Dave. Christy Arman's here.
Huh?
Christy Arman's here.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What do you do with him?
I don't know. But I know. Watch my videos because of the corruption in this township, and you know,
Corruption?
maybe they've had it.
How about police misconduct?
Well, yeah. I mean, here's my letter to Chief Misconduct, John Misconduct Blake. Patrick Psycho. Shout out to Patrick Psycho Ryder. He's another fucking prick. Fuck him. And you know,
I'm freezing up here.
Chief Misconduct Blake. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, we're okay. Go.
Let's see what's up. Oh, I'm requested to be on the agenda. I'm on the agenda.
Oh, really?
Good.
Isn't that anything?
I didn't get to look at the agenda yet, though. I didn't see it. Thank you, buddy. Ooh.
You're not already in there.
Oh, good.
That's what I thought.
I'm done playing Sands. Already? Yeah, well, I was tired of trading food from my kids. I got tired of trading food.
How you doing, Russ? Nice to see you, bud. Merry Christmas to you.
I eat Cheetos and it looks like a yellow fruit. It's not like I physically work hard.
Meeting will be starting momentarily. Freezing. Hi, Karen. Man, I'm freezing right now, and when I get like nervous, I shake a little bit.
Big warm thoughts.
Vegas. Vegas was 110 degrees when I was out there. How are the puppies? Good. I gotta come see them. I gotta spend some time with them. Get some puppy kisses while I can still.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Some puppy breath and Frito toes. Huh? Wow, that's
They're so freaking hilarious, but they're so smart, so good. Knock on some wood, they're doing really well with the contract.
oh, good.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. No more car shows, huh?
Oh, it's a little rough out there weather-wise.
You can stop in my garage, all six are in.
They're all in there. You're in the car show every day.
You're welcome. I gotta go out, I'm lonely, I say hi to all my girls.
Do you have any more room in there?
No, Danny Blacker's even got one in the other garage, I've probably stuck with that forever, no, Daniel. It's, but I get free plowing and digging, so that's good. You know the drill.
What's he had in here for?
What's that?
What's he had in here for?
79 Trans Am. It's all painted, but it's gotta be put back together. I think it's got the wrong engine, I think it's got the
Sitting down or something?
There's another one down there too.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm sure. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Time will call the meeting order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the agenda. So moved. Approval of the minutes of the budget meeting of November 21st.
Motion approved.
Second.
Probably move second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approval of the regular meeting of November 21st.
Motion approved.
Second.
Probably move second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Persons requesting to be on the agenda, Dave Hill, 284 Meadow Drive.
I'm in.
3
Thanks.
minutes, Dave. Yes.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Bob. Always nice to see people up there that are honest and normal. Rest of you, first I'll start with you, Kyle. I'll update you on your situation where you don't believe you need building permits. December 2nd,
Thank you.
December 2nd, I filed a formal complaint with Henry County, okay? And I offered them pictures and everything else. And I said, I don't know how you can represent people in this township when you don't get a permit. What, because you're a bank vice president? Is that how it works? Oh, no, I'm special, I'm a Schaefer. But you know what? That's wrong. You shouldn't even be here, you should resign. There's no way you can represent people when you don't get a permit. Mark Walker is the nicest guy in the world. He will help you with anything. He really is. I said he used to be a neighbor. What a great guy. But no, not you, you're a special guy. The other issue I have with you, you sat here, you and Ray sat here on the April meeting, said, I'm incapable of making a 911 call. I don't change the story. You both said it, knowing my career and everything else. You know what? That is a totally false narrative created by Chief Misconduct, Blake the Fake, whatever you want to call him. He set you up. You became his lapdog in 4 months. What a record. There's nothing there accurate about that. Don't even start. You interrupted me last time. You're done. I'm not going to let it go till we figure out how much you defrauded the township out of. And I don't know if it's because you're a Shaper, you're a bank vice president. But I want to ask you, do you treat your Somerset Bank customers the same way with the lack of respect? Asking for a friend. Next one, that piece of crap there. Yeah, you, Paul. Go ahead and laugh tonight. You know what? I'm going to demand you resign. Number one, if this isn't your last meeting, I promise you, next year, every meeting, I'm going to put you under a microscope. What you did, walking into that county court, what was that? November 27th, sitting next to a disgraced piece of crap cop? Was a cop? Was he still a sergeant, Paul? How could you even be there? Supporting misconduct. You promoted him, you did everything. He shouldn't even been here as a cop, but you're so ignorant and stupid. You have no clue of what you've done. And I want to tell you something. Your deposition is going to be funny, Paul. I'm going to laugh. You could get attachments against both your properties when this is all said and done. What do you think, it's not going to court? You two personally. Greyho, you can't hide under civil law. You're going to have to testify. And you know what? The truth is all going to come out. You got my letters. You're going down. But I'm going to take special pride in. What are you sitting there? You're whispering in Novotny's ear. Were you licking it? I couldn't even believe you were there. And then these guys turn around and prosecutor promoter second. They do this walk of shame. I tried to wave to you and you walked out. What's the matter? You got your butt handed to you? You and Blake and Novotny? Well, I'm sure Novotny had to be there under subpoena. There's no way he could have just done this on his own. You were there voluntarily to show your support for two dirtbags. Dirtbag Blake, the chief of misconduct, and his ex-clown who did all his dirty work. Well, I'm done with you for tonight, Paul, but I'm going to recommend you resign because I'm going to make your life miserable. And then we got our Alice, bogus Alice, and her garbage minutes. Let me tell you something. Alice is going to get deposed. We're going to make this into something else. She sits there every month and writes garbage about me. She wrote last December that my life and safety on Meadow is an opinion. My wife's a disabled Air Force veteran. I walk down Meadow every day, you piece of garbage. And you know what? You sat there and covered up for police misconduct. It's not going to happen, Paul. You're done. Your career, well, it's not a career because you're too stupid. If you were a cat or dog, your mother would have eaten you because you're too freaking stupid to survive. Born without a brain, born without a backbone, and seeing you kiss the butt of two cops. And the rest of it is, you know what? Hey, shut up.
Shut the fuck up and listen to him.
Shut up, Paul! The other rest that I'm gonna do on this thing, I gotta finish with Alice.
Keep talking.
We're done. Alice actually got an award. The nastiest customer, 2 different banks that Upper Yoder deals business with. Imagine that. 2 banks that she's the nastiest customer. Not to mention her garbage minutes and everything she writes every month tarnishing me. Oh no, we're gonna support dirtbag misconduct protector, dirtbag chief, and everything else. Well, you know what? We're done. Everybody supports this, it's over. Susie, I give you a suggestion, get involved in it. But maybe Alice and you and whoever else. Oh, Blake's girlfriend, the one that he keeps supporting with her reckless driving down Meadow, which happened this morning again. Maybe you guys can help write his resume because he's not smart enough. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Next person requested to be on the agenda, William Dieter. I don't see Bill. Okay, John Klanch.
Hi, everybody. I'm not going to speak off the cuff today, but I don't want you stopping what I have to say. If it takes me 10 minutes to read this, it takes me 10 minutes to read it, okay? You know why? Because you people have taken 17 months of my life. And that fucking thief took my pickup truck, okay? And the former officer Novotny took my pickup truck, okay? Dave Raho, I saw you down at the Brit Floyd show. So we're talking about a big bad pig man here. Haha, charade. Dear Chief Misconduct Blake, would you mind putting your camera on him too? Or he should stand up here so I can address him directly, okay? Dear Chief Misconduct, on September 21st, 2023, my pickup truck was illegally towed by Eastmont Auto. And that tow was authorized by former Officer Jeff Novotny. Officer Jeff Novotny was sued in federal court for stopping me outside of his jurisdiction in late August of 2023. And like Mr. Hill pointed out, Officer Novotny should have never been a cop because he beat his wife and he had to resign from the Johnstown Police Department, okay? And he hired him. Paul Pioli hired him. Somebody on this board hired him. And then somebody on this board actually also promoted him to the rank of sergeant, okay? After it was reported, okay? I'm sorry, I'll keep reading. When I went to file a complaint for his blatant infringement of my constitutionally protected rights, Chief Misconduct issued me a citation for the use of a handicap placard of another person. Right out there, he issued it to me. He also threatened me with arrest for filming him while standing outside a church parking lot in public. The citation is a clear First Amendment retaliation. Because you don't like me or you don't like what I have to say, and you feel you have the perceived authority to file criminal charges against me. You don't have that authority. My first interaction with you was in October of 2022 when I witnessed PSP Trooper Howell. Trooper Howell is actually your tax collector's son and the former police chief's son, Trooper Howell, speeding up Goucher Street, driving recklessly. He informed me that he did not have the jurisdiction to prosecute a state trooper. That is absolutely false. He has just as much authority and jurisdiction to file a charge on him based on my report as he did to file the charge for using the handicap placard of another. And the other person, as you found out after you ran the placard, why not violate my mom's rights too, was in the truck. Did you bother to figure that out before you just decided to file charges with no probable cause? No, you did not. When I called you and made a report being harassed and in fear of my life from a person who was known to carry a Kimber 9mm and has threatened to use it on me numerous times, you stated it wasn't a crime because I called you Chief Piggy in the grocery store. You cited officer discretion as your reason to not file these charges. Seems you have a lot of discretion when it comes to people committing crimes against me that I'm the victim of. Back to my pickup truck. On September 21st, former officer, the wife-beating Jeff Novotny, stole my pickup truck from the Upper Yoder side of Delia Street. Stole it. I called 911 to report my truck being stolen by Eastmont Auto. I not only witnessed it being stolen, I video recorded it being stolen. 911 referred me back to his department, which I just witnessed stealing my pickup truck. I called the PSP. They deferred me back to you, and they deferred me back to him, and that if he could not or would not help me, that I should call the district attorney. I did that. I spoke with the district attorney. I spoke with Leah DeMarco. She told me that the Pennsylvania State Police had put a hold on my truck for the suspicion of a fraudulent inspection sticker. I asked her if they had a warrant. She did not know. Among many of the questions I have, and the one specific document I have yet to see is a search warrant for the seizure of my pickup truck. So, where is the search warrant for the seizure of my pickup truck? What judge signed it? When was it signed? What was it specifically issued to search and or inspect? You harassed me. You had Novotny doing state outs of my home. You allowed people to harass and threaten me. I get it. You don't like me, and you think you have the authority to do this. I'm not sure what I want to know at this time other than to see the search warrant. You have a lot of explaining to do, you fucking punk. If I was a gambling man, I'd bet my wad that your explanations will be under deposition when I sue you. You have zero integrity, and frankly, you don't have any business being a police officer, let alone the chief of a department. This is your only opportunity to apologize and explain to me your reasoning for all the pain, anxiety, and difficulties you put me through. You were there for the mediation. What part of that gave you the impression that I won't hold you fully accountable to all the misconduct I had to endure at your hands and your department's hands? You are a terrible cop. You're the reason why people call cops pigs. You had an assistant district attorney come to the magistrate's office for parking tickets. You don't have the legal knowledge to perform the simplest tasks that your job is part of your job responsibilities. How many other police chiefs need a prosecutor to come to a summary traffic ticket to do their job? You do. You don't deserve the authority you were given. The oath of the Constitution you swore means nothing to you. Your response email about former officer Novotny's harassment said that you hold no contempt for me. Well, bullshit, you're showing the contempt right now. And it's abundantly clear to not only my mother, but Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles that you hold a lot of contempt for me. You can't even be fake nice because it's your job to do it. If you think you're the first person to show me how much you hate me, well, that shows me how inept you are reading people, too. You spent how much of the taxpayers' money in an effort to harass and brutalize me? The ad ADA got paid for his appearance and his mileage. You got paid for how many court appearances? How much mileage did you put on one of Upper Yoder's cruisers? How many of the department's officers were in attendance for one or more of the hearings that got rescheduled in full uniform and on the clock? You're eventually going to have to answer to all these citizens that you waste their money. Also, the entire time you and the department were harassing me, you were allowing one of my friends who does live in your jurisdiction, who does pay your salary, to almost be killed by a careless driver. One that it had been reported to you that you've done some favors for, and you show absolutely no respect for his life or his wife's life or any of his neighbors. If you were allowing or authorizing former Novotny to harass me, when Novotny or yourself or any of their officers could have been doing patrols or doing the groundwork to issue citations to that driver that nearly killed my friend, who happens to be someone who pays for your who happens to pay your tax dollars directly for things like extra Glocks, your fancy quad racer that you just had to have, extra cell phones, new cruisers, body cameras, your department that you don't need to wear during illegal stops outside of their jurisdiction. Please choose a different career. Please choose a different career. This is the olive branch. I'm affording you one opportunity to make this right before I make it right. I plan to hold you as accountable as I possibly can, do whatever it takes to make sure you never work as another shift in law enforcement again. Might I suggest a career in burger flipping? I heard that's something you actually do pretty well. You can work at McDonald's and snitch on people. Police officers like you are the reason why I am towards all of you. Understand that I mean you no ill will personally. I just want you to see you never working as a cop ever again. You don't deserve it. The way you treated me and the way you're standing right there is proof enough. Merry Christmas. You might want to start looking for a new job before they fire you, seriously. Now my letter to you guys. On November 27, 2024, I had 3 summary appeals scheduled in the court. Yeah, this is about you now, bud. This is about you now. On November 27, 2024, I had 3 summary appeals scheduled in the Court of Common Pleas in Cambria County. These summary appeals were in response to the now proven harassment and brutality I endured at the hands of Chief John Blake and former Officer Jeffrey Novotny. As many of you are aware, I was forced to sue Officer Jeffrey Novotny in federal court due to the supervisor's failure to hold him accountable by him violating my First and Fourth Amendment rights guaranteed to every citizen under the Constitution of this country. At these scheduled appeals, I witnessed something that was not only alarming but disturbing as well. Police Commissioner Paul Pioli was in the courtroom with the officers, I'm assuming to observe the proceedings. This is shocking to me due to the fact that this is the first time I've ever seen a police commissioner at a hearing. While I would love to know that Mr. Pioli attended those hearings to hold those officers accountable for their outright harassment and brutality that I was forced to endure, I'm truly curious to why you attended those appeals. I want to let the supervisors know how their police commissioner holds his officers accountable. He doesn't. And I also want to know the supervisors to know that I successfully appealed those charges. I was found not guilty. I was subjected to an illegal towing and seizure of my truck. At this time, we're not even going to talk numbers tonight, okay? Because that's going to come later. And frankly, I'll figure out an adequate amount of compensation for the loss of my truck and the harassment. Do the taxpayers of your township a favor and don't force me to sue you again. If you think I'm fucking around, I sued you twice. I sued the supervisors twice. Okay? Hey, Dave, could you please pay attention to what I have to say? It's pretty fucking frustrating, and that's why I curse and I swear when you guys sit there and don't look at me and pay attention to me. Okay? For 17 months, I've been coming here. For 17 months, I've been coming here and telling you, look, you have a bad chief of police. Okay? How many lawsuits? Okay? I didn't want to tangle with you about the flag. I didn't want to tangle with you about the body camera. You had no business making that resolution to silence me. That's what it was about. You didn't want me coming in here and bitching about him and bitching about Novotny. That's what you didn't want. Okay? And if I stopped, so when you guys go into your executive session, okay, come up with something. I'll be waiting. Okay? Seriously. And I want an explanation for you as why you were at that hearing. Were you there to hold him accountable and fire him? Or were you there to watch me be found guilty? Because I wasn't, was I? I was found not guilty. Not guilty. Doesn't matter how it happened. I was found not guilty.
Hey, John.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I do expect some sort of response. And I have one more final question. If I want a meeting with the police commissioner to discuss this, how can I get that? If I want to have a meeting with you, and it will be with this rolling, how can I do that to discuss everything I've been bringing up for the past 17 months? I've yet to ask you for that because I don't think you'll meet with me. Okay, I asked the questions. Now it's your turn to answer my question. There's no pending litigation. What pending litigation is there? Did I sue That I sued him for him having me arrested for throwing out? I'll tell you what, apologize to me for doing that, and I will withdraw that suit. There was yet no business to have me arrested, A-R-R-E-S-T-E-D, not just thrown out, not just, okay. Colton Polino filed a charge. That young cop, you're going to destroy his damn career because you had him file the charge, because he had him file the charge.
All right. Okay. Thank you, John. Okay, anybody else on the public participation? State your name, please.
Arlene Wilson, 495 Mars Street. May I give you these? I'm here to ask for the township's help. Hi, Paul. If you look at this, you can see I live at 495, and I'm back on the end. You know where I live. When the township plows in the wintertime, they come up Orchard Way and turn right down Mars Street. Then they turn around, they come back up Mars Street and go down Orchard Way, which is fine, except they plow that end of my road in. Well, nobody has lived in the house across the road from me for over 2 years now. Mortars, yeah. That house is empty. Nobody's there for over 2 years. The house next door to me has been empty since June. And I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Costello's doing with that house. There's been a dumpster there for 5 months. So anyway, I have no help. What I'm asking the township is if, when you plow, when the snow gets a little deeper and you have to plow, instead of taking it and closing it, push it straight back. I have like little bricks at the end. Just push it past that.
Sean, please do that.
Yeah. I mean, my husband died in May. He always did the road himself. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I need help.
No problem. Makes sense.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Sean, give it a picture, Sean, please.
You know where she's at?
Yep.
Go straight back. Okay, anybody else on the public participation? State your name.
Yeah, Kim Peters, Deborah Lane. Is anybody, just comment and maybe a question, had any issues with the garbage service? Any complaints?
Not that I know of.
Missing, or what do you,
Well, all kinds. About 2 months ago, 3 months ago, my garbage was out there right at the end of the street where it's supposed to be. My wife went out to get the mail around noontime, gonna, pull the can in. It was completely, the garbage had already gone down, it was completely full, they didn't pick it up, you know.
That happened to me earlier this year. I called them, they picked it up the next day.
Yeah, well, then, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had it out, and my wife had an old, flower planter that she put beside the garbage can, okay? And there's usually 2 guys running the street, one maybe on one side of the truck, one on the other side. Across the street, Mrs. Torrado, which is 93, lives, across from me. So a lot of times they take, sometimes depending who's on the truck, when they empty her can, will take it back to the door. Well, the guy came, flipped my can up, took the bag out, left the planter sitting there, which I don't, but then the guy coming across the street from taking her garbage can back noticed the planter, so he came across to get it. Like I said, good enough. He looked in my can, the first guy was already down at the next house. He never even reached down, he was too goddamn lazy to take the second bag out of the garbage can.
I've had that happen too.
And plus, all the time, I constantly, see this, when they pick up, there's garbage in the street. That we go out and have to, pick up garbage, up from them, that whatever, because they fling the bags. Then that same week, I was cleaning Mrs. Torrado's driveway. This was a day it was so windy, and she put her can back by the wall so it wouldn't, blow over. They never picked it up. They were too goddamn lazy to go back to that wall to pick up her can. She had to call them 6 times.
I think you're gonna see a lot of them go with that big can, they come with one truck,
Yeah.
and just pick it up.
Then the other thing that happens, I see constantly, saying about the garbage in the street, they use that little pickup, and wherever they go to empty that little pickup onto the big truck, and they dump it, there's always garbage in the street, and there's 4 or 5 of them, bullshit after they empty that. Not one of them, I watched them continue to pick up any of that garbage that falls out from one truck to another. It just,
We'll see, I'll try to get a number, reach out to them to see if we can express your concerns to them.
It is true.
If you have a problem like that, Jim, you call the office, they'll get a hold of them, they'll come back, get those cans, they'll get those back. They'll pick that
If
up.
it's not that day, it's the next day.
Yeah, that's what we're paying.
Yeah.
oh, yeah. But I mean,
Call the
like,
office, that's all you
Concern
take,
maybe
call the
how much
office.
concern
We'll
they
take
share
care of it.
about the garbage and the snow plow.
You can call this office here.
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, like I said, you get tired of picking up, we pay to pick garbage up out of the street, and, it's always laying, it shouldn't be that way.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jim.
Anybody else under public participation? State your name, Karen.
Karen Hill. I see on the agenda, we have an update on the LED streetlights. I'm excited, I can't wait to hear. I did have another question. Other than the body cams the police wear or the personal recording devices that we, the public, use, are these meetings recorded at all? No? I recommend that the township record all future meetings. It would accurately document the minutes of the meetings, public's questions, concerns, and can be referred to later without having to rely on any individual's memory. It will also provide the following: transparency, honesty, commitment, and most importantly, accountability. We are here as a community working together to achieve the betterment of our township. Upgrades on lightings in our buildings, in our streets, through grants and different fundings. It is amazing that we can accomplish what we can accomplish when we all work together. Honesty and professionalism in all levels of government are acceptable and required under state and federal law. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else under public participation?
Ed, can I speak on something else? Sure.
On what?
On something else? Sure. Can I speak? Oh, thank you. Okay. Listen, I know that, I can't even believe you're here.
3 minutes.
I know you, yeah, Blanchard's got a pending lawsuit, I mean, you know, but, I wanna know why he doesn't handle police complaints against chief misconduct or chief dirtbag, I don't know what you wanna call him. But he doesn't handle them, he just ignores them. I didn't create those letters for something to do. I mean, you're obviously not gonna punish Schaefer for not getting building permits, probably, would he get a raise or promotion? Look at the money you stole from the township and the county. Why don't we answer police complaints? Why is my wife's life in danger after 17 months? Because Blake's got a relationship with Barbie, right, John? Oh, yeah, shake your head. You sent the cops out there 5 times for branches falling in their yard. A civil matter. Mark Walker had to end that. Look at the meeting minutes last April. I want to make a motion tonight that unless something's done about this, all right, I can't walk on Meadow Drive without a body camera now because Blake will accuse me of picking on his girlfriend. But I want something done about this. Paul Pioli doesn't supervise anything. He can't even supervise himself. The other thing, I want to make a motion tonight that Chief Blake dirtbag misconduct be evicted from his free Section 8 housing out at the Ridge, where he doesn't pay any taxes, he doesn't support the people of the township, he does favors for his little connections and pretends he's a cop. And I want him evicted from the Ridge. He needs to pay taxes. He can be an adult. Just because mom didn't tell him to be honest or how to pay his way in life, why are we supporting him? Why does that happen? Why does he even get a free ride there? No, not you, Paulie, because he'd probably move in with you. Anyhow, that's it for tonight. Thank you.
Okay, approval of report.
Hold on, I wanted to speak, I wanted one more thing to say under public participation, if you don't mind. This will only take me, this is my public participation comment. That, what I spoke before was under my request to be on the agenda. Thank you very much, point of order. All I want to say is, I wouldn't be coming in here like I do, and I don't think many other people will be coming in here like we do, if you would show the same amount of enthusiasm and worry over garbage cans and the plow when somebody comes in when people come in with complaints about the police department. Seriously. You guys were all eager to hear about his garbage cans and Mrs. LaPuma's plowing issue. Okay? 17 months. We've been coming in and speaking about bad cops here, and the response that we either get is blown off or retaliation. Okay? What kind of message are you trying to send? Your former solicitor told me if I don't like it, stay out of Upper Yoder. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Well, I live 100 feet from Upper Yoder. I can't stay out of Upper Yoder. Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas. Do the right thing.
Okay, approval of general fund bills. In a total amount of $204,000. Okay, approval of reports.
I make the motion to approve it.
Second, moving second, all in favor? Aye. Approval of general fund bills in a total amount of $204,964.75.
I'll move that. Second.
Moving second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Please roll call.
Paul.
Aye.
Sue. Ed.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
Bob.
Approval of other fund expenditures in a total amount of $88,262.90.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Please roll call.
Bob. Kyle.
Aye.
Bob.
Aye.
Sue. Paul.
Engineers report.
3 things on our agenda. One will no longer be on the agenda from here on after, that's Elam Street. We understand you've got your final 10% grant payment, so that will be strictly from the agenda from our report from here on out. So Elam Street is now done. Subdivision review, Westmont School District and the Fond-du-Lac boundary line change has been approved through the Planning Commission. It can now be passed into the meeting tonight for their approval, for your approval, after the Planning Commission has requested some changes be made, and those changes have been cleared. Giant Eagle is doing their maintenance work on their stormwater facility. That work is supposed to be done within the next month. That's all we have to report.
Okay, thank you. Unfinished business, zoning ordinance revisions. motion to adopt it? I'll make that motion.
Second.
Moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 2025 budget final approval.
I make a motion that we approve the budget totaling $1,905,150.
I'll second
Moving second, all in favor? Opposed? Boundary line adjustment, 200 Woodmont Road, West One, School District / Fondelier.
Yeah, we just need a motion. I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. Moving second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Tax collector compensation, we'll refer to that, table that till January. AFSCME Road Foreman Memorandum of Understanding. We're gonna remove that. We're gonna rescind that motion at that $1 an hour, as for the assistant road foreman, effective immediately. Second on that.
Second.
Voting is all in favor? Aye. Opposed? AFSCME Road Clerical Memorandum of Understanding.
December 30th. Effective December 30th. 24.
That'll be effective December 30th, the new memorandum of understanding. And also, at the same time, I'd like to make a.
You're gonna make a separate motion.
Okay, I'll make a separate, okay. All right.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we accept the, that memorandum of understanding.
I'll second that.
Moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And along those same lines, effective December 30th, I'll make a motion that we appoint, or rehire Chris Molk to full-time status on the road department.
I'll second that also.
Moving second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Purchase of 2023 LSA Grant Police Cruiser. 2025.
It was a 2023 LSA grant.
Okay, all right.
Applied for it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is it leftover?
Yeah, for leftover. 2 year leftover.
We still have not received the check, right?
No, but we need the approval to go ahead once the money is received.
I'll make that motion.
I second it.
Moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Generator system update.
Let's see.
Good news, Scott Foundation, that we applied for the grant for the generator for the entire 110 Sunray Drive building, $75,000. And I make a motion that we move forward and work on bid specs from East Hills and advertise for bids.
I'll second that, sir.
Thank you.
Moving second, all in favor? Aye. Please, roll, second. Opposed? All right, LED conversion, 110 Sunray update.
Okay, that's for the lights inside this building for LED conversion. Barclay Electric is working to coordinate with the schedules, and we should anticipate that in early 2025.
LED energy conversion streetlights update.
Okay, I'm in communications with both PennDOT and First Energy to be certain that we are following all regulations related to the state on state roads. So until that is all, it's a work in progress, and until it is, it'll be a slow process.
All right. Pension plans. We'll table that. Burning ban procedures.
We're still working on that. We can table that.
Table that. Okay. Dave?
I have nothing.
Bob?
Nothing.
Kyle?
No.
The only thing I have is, Paul, I don't want to read the text, but there's been some trouble going on in Malacca Heights that you're aware of with a resident. I won't mention any names in a public meeting, but, and you were contacted in August. And there's been a couple texts sent back and forth. and pictures of, it involved a gun. The neighbor pulled a gun on a person. The office was notified, Scott Hunt was notified, the district attorney was notified supposedly, and you responded to this resident, and they have yet to hear, and the last correspondence with you was October 9th. They just want to know why. And I saw them, and they were pissed off at me, and I've known these people for a long time, and I knew nothing about this, and neither did Bob.
This was, I talked to the chief, okay, John, and it was a civil matter, and I told them to call the chief of police. Did they ever call you?
No, we left them that voicemail, and we never got a call back.
Never got a
Because
call
how can
back?
somebody waving a gun at a neighbor? Even though he has a permit to carry, you can have a permit to carry, but you can't pull out and wave it. How's that a civil matter?
That was not related to us in part, it was related to us that he was carrying a gun, and they didn't believe his mental state was sufficient for him to carry a gun. We were advised that anyone that's got a permit can carry a gun on their own property, and if they're on their own property, they can carry one without a permit.
Right, I understand that.
And then they stated that the complaint that they had actually occurred outside of Upper Yoder Township, and they were supposed to go contact the municipality where it actually happened.
Well, the picture I have on my phone that was sent to me shows him walking across 271 into his driveway with his gun out.
They'd mentioned a separate harassment incident that happened in a restaurant outside the jurisdiction.
Yes, they never mentioned that.
And every time he comes across 271 to get his mail, he pushes his jacket back to show that he has a pistol on him. This is a regular occurrence. So I want you to contact them. John?
I'll call them tomorrow.
Call them tomorrow, because they are irate, and if it doesn't get resolved, we're gonna be in court in January.
They were also, they spoke with county commissioners who were giving them the same advice to relay back to them, and the DA's office should have relayed back to them the same advice as well.
Okay. All right, I told him I'd bring it up, so that's what I'm gonna bring up. So I don't know, who was all aware of it, but I know I wasn't aware of it. They blindsided me because they were really pissed off. They were pissed off the whole board, to be quite honest with you. Excuse the language, they were pissed off. Okay, I have nothing else. Sue?
Nothing?
Paul?
Nothing.
Sean?
No.
Sean gave us a report. Under new business 2025 garbage recycling fees.
You people are fucking.
I make a move, well, there's no change?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
$20 increase?
Okay, yes, okay, I'm sorry. The garbage rate for 2025, 165, recycling rate 60.
Total 225. Is that a motion?
Yes.
I'll second. Probably moving second, all in favor? Aye. Annual library contribution for 2024.
I make a motion that we do our annual $2,000 library contribution.
Probably moving second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Resignation of Officer Colton Polino. I'll handle that here.
I'll make that motion.
Okay. I'll second. Probably moving second, all in favor? Aye. Severance pay for Officer Colton Polino.
Make a motion that we pay total severance to him. Do I list the amount?
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Resignation of Officer Cody Schatz.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Probably moving second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Severance pay for Officer Cody Schatz.
I make a motion that we pay his severance pay.
Second.
Probably moving second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Remaining vacation pay for the road department for John Hyder, Doug Dietz, and Ellis Hummel.
Make a motion that we pay
I'll second.
vacation pay.
I'll second it. Probably moving second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Part-time police officers pay.
I'll make make a motion that we go to $25 an hour, effective retro
December 8th.
December 8th.
I second it.
I move in second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Cool. Okay, purchase of administrative data processing service.
Make a motion that we purchase the CoStar's bid for the Super Micro SYS 74-1P server. Pardon me?
Any bids on that? Sue at all, or Alice,
The one that's in your packet. And that's our data processing support.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Huh? What's that, Mom? That's any clothing on?
Alice, this isn't like detrimental to be replaced like in the next week or two, right? This current system's
It's
still
gonna
working,
take,
we need an update
it's
though, I know
very
that.
slow, and sometimes we can only get into, one person can only get into
Okay,
it.
what I was getting
A
at, is
program
get
at a
some more
time.
information and, table this till next month.
Okay, under correspondence, received an email from Dave Hill, 11/13, John Klanch, 12/16, 12/17. Acknowledge that. Anything else? Well, if there's nothing else, I need a motion to adjourn.
Get a motion?
I move second, all in favor? Aye. All right, let's try it.
What's up? How are you?
I'm on the way. First
All right, very good.
I'm sitting here waiting, giving them every opportunity to make this right. I understand. I'm going to be the last fucking person to walk out of here, though. I promise you that.
One right course to line, which is like something like Dave, I get it. That's it.
No, it ain't it.
He wouldn't even answer me.
Hey Ed, how can I get my toe? How can I get the money for my toe back? How can I get the money that I had to pay Eastmont Auto when they stole my truck back? Could you find? Listen, seriously. Seriously, all the screaming aside, okay? I want to know how. Okay, Paul won't answer my question. Okay, I'm asking you, man to man, no screaming, no bullshit. Okay, he's one auto stole my truck. Okay, found it, so I had to run a try. That's before you talk about the search warrant. Okay, search warrant. Okay, so I need to reimburse that, and that still is reimbursable. So, what are we gonna do here, Dave? Okay. Yeah, you can, yeah. Really? My filing feedback, I asked for him to apologize for me having me arrested. I wouldn't be pushing it so much as if Colton would have filed a charge. Okay, he filed a criminal charge for disrupting a meeting. And if we want to split hairs here, when you came in and said about me not standing up to the pledge, you're the one that disrupted the meeting. Okay? The DA won't prosecute you for the sunshine law violation, so you're lucky on it. Okay? I don't like being this way. I think you're a pretty reasonable person, and I've heard you are. Okay? And so am I. Okay? But you understand, if this shit would have happened to you, I guarantee you wouldn't have got this far. Okay? And as you can tell, you don't have a very good police department. Okay? Bad cops, okay? 3 full-time officers right now, okay? And as you heard, Chris Delsignore is actively trying to hire all our cops for West Coast, okay? He's the problem, he won't do anything about it, okay? So, you're the solicitor, I know you can't stand me, I know you represented my ex-wife, I know you represented my ex-girlfriend too, when she got hemmed up on trying to buy a gun. Okay, I know that, Dave, okay? So listen, I'm asking you guys, at the end of the year, okay, and this will be the last time I am reasonable about this, okay? I'm asking you guys as human beings, off the record, okay? Still being recorded, but still telling you, okay? I'm asking you guys as human beings, look, make this right, because I am so tired of this. And I think you okay? I think you're tired of having to answer for a bad police department. I think you're tired of having to deal with okay, all this shit. Okay, and I just want this done and over with. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, so guys, Merry Christmas to you. Okay. So reach out to me at some point in the next month, and maybe we come to a resolve. Okay, Dave?
All right, I'll see you guys. All right, 50 years.
I'm getting old too, buddy. I think I was due there about 30 or something. I thought for sure, I figured he'd want it was gonna be snowy, it was snowy. I get to work about coming down, as soon as I crossed there, you saw that. Yeah.
Yep, Woodmont was covered. This end was it.
Usually I knew when I dropped over the hill.
Usually the higher
Usually
elevation.
we get it, it's not nothing's happening here, we get it last time, the sunshine. You know?
If we get it here, Richmond doesn't get it. Richmond gets it. If Richmond doesn't get it, then we, for some reason, it's bounces from hill to hill.
Well, they need it more up there, they got more money.
They're hard for the sun.
Yeah, they got more cash flow up there. You know, what, they got a 30-man police force, 12 cruisers, they got everything.
They're closer to the sun, it melts faster.
Yeah. Well, over here, it's nice, you go up there and the winds blow across the parking lot, you go up the Lowe's or up to the airport, it's like, oh, it's funny. Anyhow, hey, Merry Christmas, guys.
Same to you. Have a nice
Christmas. Thanks.
Enjoy the holiday.
All right, John.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We're gonna, you want to talk to me off the record? I'm not, I mean, let me know, because I'll finish up the video, but, okay. I had an interesting discussion, so let me flip the camera around. Let's give credit where credit's due.
I like that tree.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Come on.
Merry Christmas.
We're gonna do the wrap up of my video over here by the tree, because that is a pretty tree. Whoever did that, I guess Alice probably, or maybe Greta did it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Some people are camera shy. Thanks everybody for watching. Merry Christmas. Do you have any thoughts you want to put out to the audience?
The official word is I have to file suit against Upper Yoder, John Blake, and the incompetent, brainless commissioner there, Paulie, because there's no other recourse. He doesn't do anything. He uses his connections with people to avoid doing his job. And, the official word is the only recourse is federal litigation.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I actually had a little conversation with with Ed and Dave Reho, and we'll see if I actually try to speak to them as real human beings, and we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, I just, you know, I can't stand being that guy. I never have, but you know, they got a bad chief here that just has no problem harassing people, not doing his job, obviously.
17 months of him standing there.
What's going on with this gun thing? That if you don't know the details, that's fine. It's not okay, right?
I know what I heard, saw.
Yeah, if you don't know the details, no point in putting people's business out if it's not right, but you know.
Another case of blatant misconduct.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like passing the buck around and bouncing around, but, you know, I mean, if he would have, you know, go after that with the same vim and vigor they go after somebody parking in a handicap spot.
He did his job, it would be different, but
Yeah.
hey, that's it. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Over.
Dave, Merry Christmas to Dave. Again, everybody, like I said, if you like what you see, leave a comment. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment. If you love what you see, leave a comment. Thanks, guys.